Swiftwater rescuers, highline climbers, these are the men and women of Dublin Fire Rescue and Ambulance Service. Dublin Fire and Rescue operations extend well beyond the metropolitan area. At the 24-hour Eastern Regional Control Centre on Townsend Street, highly trained staff process over 400 emergency calls a day from Dublin and 11 other counties.
And he said he could see smoke and flames coming from the third floor flat. It's the last apartment block on the left as you're heading out Richmond Street.
We're in the Eastern Regional Control Centre here at the moment. It's based in Dublin, and what happens in here is all the fire calls for most of the east coast of Ireland are processed. So if you're in Carlow, Wicklow, Wexford and you ring for the fire brigade, the call will be processed here.
Fire in the house. Okay, now you get out of the house. What's your phone number you're calling from?
We take all the emergency fire calls for Dublin and the majority of the emergency ambulance calls for Dublin. All in here is about 150,000 calls a year.
And if she does get worse before they arrive there, will you ring us back immediately for further instructions?
When the 999s ring, once you tip the screen, you answer the call.
Hello, Dublin Fire and Ambulance.
Put into the call card and we can get a hit on it then straight away. When we get a hit on it then, it goes onto a mapping system, so we can map the address as well. Put in the incident type, that gives us a PDA, call card, what appliance is the nearest appliance, and then they're sent to the incident.
Just reassure her help is on the way. Don't give anything to eat or drink, just set her rest and wait for the ambulance to arrive. If she gets worse in any way in the meantime, call us back immediately. The ambulance will reach as soon as possible, okay?
What's here on the resource monitor, all the live incidents, so we can keep track of all the appliances and all the ambulances, where they are and what their status is.
Kilo 16 Alpha 1, go ahead.
So we have a number of call takers in here at any one time, and then we have a radio person as well that's in communication with all the appliances. And then there's an officer in charge then as well.
One car RTA, guard in attendance, ambulance in attendance.
Worldwide, we're probably one of the most unique fire and rescue services that we've got trained paramedics, we have an ambulance service, we have emergency tenders, we have turntable ladders, we have highline rescue, Swiftwater rescue technicians, boats underwater. So the skill set among the firefighters in Dublin is massive.
It's just after 5 a.m. in Ballsbridge, where a fire on the roof of the Merrion Inn pub is spreading fast. With the forecourt of a petrol station in close proximity to the blaze, Third Officer John Keogh is attending what could be an extremely serious incident.
When the first crews arrived, they've made an entry in through the pub premises, opened up the trapdoor in the attic, could see flame in the corner. It had actually travelled right across the inside of the building, and then it just took off completely, with the roof space completely on fire. At that stage, a decision was made to tackle this fire as an aerial fire from the outside. Still very volatile, the roof could fall in here at any time. So we won't be committing anybody into the fire until the fire in the roof space is controlled.
Caller, can I help you?
I'm looking for an ambulance.
Yeah, what's the problem there, please?
My mother fell last night and I only got to her now. She's 88, like, you know.
How far did she fall?
I don't know where she fell or what happened. She's lying outside the bed on the floor.
Complaining of any injuries?
Your back.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to send the fire engine down for the simple reason it might be a spinal lift.
Okay.
And if any changes, bring me back, all right?
Acting District Officer Peter Navin and a unit from Dolphin's Barn are en route to Clonbrazil Street.
Typically to this we'll have an ambulance responding, and because of the potential danger with it, we'll have a fire crew responding as well. Usually we send the fire crew, they're all fully trained paramedics, and just the proximity of the stations, we could have a fire crew on scene beforehand, plus the assistance as well that can be given. We've only 2 people in an ambulance, so if we turn out now we could have 5 trained paramedics on scene within a couple of minutes. The area that we deal with now in Dolphin's Barn, we do have a lot of older estates and a lot of elderly people in, so it is quite a common occurrence. Plus the amount of elderly people that don't have people calling in on them anymore, it's something we see fairly often. We would get a call in the morning when the home help arrives. The patient could have been on the floor all night.
At the Merrion Inn, Third Officer John Keogh, working to assess the situation as quickly as possible, now has a clear picture of the challenge facing his crews.
The owner of the premises was here right at the start, so he was able to give us plenty of information about the building structure. But as it turns out, it's a wooden joist roof, the same as you get in a normal household. Fairly wide beams. Because of the roof caving in at the top, structurally it'd be harder for us to commit somebody into a situation like that, and we're still fighting it from the outside at this time anyway.
I'm not sure if it's going to be up all right here, you'll see a little bit coming down.
The blaze has now spread to the first floor. It's still too dangerous to send a crew inside, but the internal structure of the building is shielding the fire from the hoses. Sector Commander Colin Murphy knows that his crew needs better access and a clear line of sight. With the roof unstable and a real danger of the blaze spreading to the forecourt next door, firefighters on the hydraulic platform have an ideal vantage point, relaying information to the operation commander on the ground below.
You're not fire here, sis. I'll drop us in here, right?
We're at about 50 feet high there. We get an extensive look at the roof of the building, so you can see the 3 roof voids. They were all engaged in fire right away to the back of the building. You know, so we're putting out pockets of fire now in the roof. The first floor level was well on fire as well, and we're still just tackling that through the windows. So within the next half hour, we should be able to actually get into the building.
In any situation involving a fall, where several pairs of hands are required to move a casualty, an engine with a crew of 5 is automatically dispatched. The lady in Clonbrazil Street is conscious and breathing, so the crew's priority will be to gather as much information on her condition as possible. Later, these vital details will be relayed via paramedics directly to the hospital.
You didn't lose consciousness at any stage, did you? You remember it all happened.
So she's no injuries anywhere.
She fell in bed.
So she tells me that with a history of osteoarthritis.
What can we get out there? What will fit down the hall? It's quite
Carry
narrow.
and shoot if you can.
Let me just explain what's going to happen. Okay, we're going to put you onto a hard board, right? Because we've got to get you down the stairs. It's the easiest way to manage.
Okay? Maisie, okay?
Good girl, thank you.
Okay, Maisie, we're going to try and roll you straight. Alright? So if you get any pain as we're doing this, just let us know. It's probably going to be very uncomfortable. What we have to do is just to get you out of here, alright?
Yeah?
With stairs to negotiate and limited space, removing the lady from the house will require expertise and considerable manpower.
Is you okay? Alright, you're doing great, mate. You okay? We get you moving now, alright? Down the hospital in less than 4, okay?
Once she's safely secured to the board, the paramedics will reassure and comfort her every step of the way.
We had 2 advanced paramedics and 3 paramedics on scene, all on the fire truck, within 4 minutes of the time of call. The potential for that lady's condition worsening is colossal. I know to me, as an officer out there, it's great that you know that everybody behind you is trained up to that standard, and to have that level there with you when you need it. We don't need it all the time, but to know it's there is very, very comforting.
With the fire retreating to the interior of the pub, out of sight of the platform crews, the operation at the Merrion Inn shifts into offensive mode. A team will now be sent inside to tackle the remaining hotspots on the first floor.
There's still a good bit of heat coming out of that, you can feel it, just above our heads. You have flames back there now, look in this window here, we have flames back.
That fire there is going just in underneath the conservatory window. You could take a frame out, you'd be singing 126 here. Do you see that stand-up hoarding joining the 2 chimneys? Do you want us to take that down? Might give you better access to the atrium in the middle, over.
Just stand back for the moment, will you? There's a team of 2 lads inside, doesn't be able to hear at the moment, so just give them a second.
Okay, roger.
You'll be getting it there, Theo! We'll be getting it here, Theo. He's not getting it with the snorkel, you know.
Conscious that the floor may have been weakened by the fire and the weight of the water delivered by the platforms, Firefighters use the doorway as a base from which to douse the flames before venturing further in.
But step in there, we get it. It's going in the corner up here. Okay.
With the possibility of exposed cables and the risk of CO2 cylinders exploding in the heat, the crew proceeds with extreme caution. All firefighters are trained to predict how fire spreads and where it can often hide unseen.
The embers coming down from there, I'd say it's fucking... Yeah, that's going. All in there is lit, you can see it. And up there, you can see it there, look. We have to pull that down from in here.
The main blaze is almost under control, but the presence of residual heat suggests the fire could still reignite from inside the walls and roof spaces. All these internal cavities will now be broken open and cooled.
There's a good bit of heat in that corner there.
By 9 a.m., 4 hours after the first unit arrived, the fire is out. The operation, however, is far from over.
The fire is well under control. I've been through the building myself and it's quite clear, there's no smoke, so there'll be relief coming here from the next watch coming on duty. They'll be probably here, I'd say, most of the morning, probably up to about 12 o'clock today, and we just really dampen them down, and trying to get rid of the water that's in the premises could be a problem within itself. So we'll be here for quite a while yet.
ERCC from Marion Inn, Incident Command. Incident Command now terminated, vehicle shortly being released.
Roger, thank you.
It's 6 p.m. In the control center, the second shift of the day has just come on duty. All the staff here are experienced firefighters and paramedics, but dealing with emergency calls over the phone can be an intense experience. Working here, as firefighter Darren O'Connor knows, requires a very specific skill set.
As far as stress levels go, it can be quite stressful. A weekend night, you kind of have busy events going on in the city centre. You could have a lot of calls coming in at the one time. If ambulance is tied up in the hospital, you're waiting for ambulances to be released.
I'll get the show again, I'll do it again.
The likes of Halloween, the month of October, Christmas periods, busy periods, festive periods can be quite stressful. And as well as that, you get quite a serious call. You might get 4 or 5 calls within the space of 20 or 30 seconds for the same incident. And then there might be another serious call and someone else is dealing with that and you might get 5 or 6 calls for that.
That's a derelict house on fire, is it? Kilo 15 Alpha 1, go ahead with your message.
Delta 104, that's outside Niscairn Gardens.
Caller rang in, said the house is ablaze. Just after going to attendance now.
So all the time it's the same calls and you have to just verify with everyone around the room. You have to be listening to what's going on and watching your screens and what's going on. So we could all be on the same call for the same incident. Communication space, an awful lot of communication needed in the control room at that time,
Okay, listen, are you beside her now? Okay, watch her chest very closely. Is her chest rising and falling?
For the ambulance calls, we use a system called ProQA. If you open up an ambulance call, it's a series of questions and answers. The operator will ask the caller and it can give you a descriptor of how serious the case is, and then ambulances can be sent, and then if an ambulance isn't available, if they're tied up, we can send the fire appliance with the paramedics on it. Say if someone rings up, a member of their family or they've witnessed a cardiac arrest, and we'll actually talk the person through CPR over the phone, making sure the airway is clear, do compressions, check for a pulse, we can talk the person through, keep them calm and give them all the instructions they need while they're waiting for the appliance or the ambulance to arrive.
Hello, emergency.
It's Dick the homeless hospital here. It looks like a drug overdose.
Is he awake right now?
He's not, no. He's purple.
Is he breathing?
Just barely.
Okay, are you beside the patient right now?
I'm not, no.
Okay, I need you to get the phone beside him so I can talk to somebody and find out if he's breathing.
No
okay?
problem, I'll do that now, yeah.
Caller, can you hear me?
Yeah, hello?
It's a very bad line. Is that patient awake? Is he breathing? Caller, is he breathing?
No.
Okay, no problem. Listen, the paramedics are on the way there, okay? Is there a defibrillator in that building?
Yeah.
Go get it right now.
I'm having it. Right, it has to sit there now.
Okay, I want you to lay him flat on the back on the ground and remove any pillows, okay?
Yeah.
Now kneel next to him and look into his mouth for any food or vomit. Now place your hand on his forehead and your other hand under his neck and tilt his head back. Yeah. Put your ear next to his mouth and tell me, can you feel or hear any breathing? There's no breathing, okay. Undo or remove clothing from his chest.
Yeah.
Okay, is his chest wet? Is the machine on? Connor, are the pads plugged into the machine? Okay. Okay, the pads are on. Did you press analyze?
We need the ambulance back.
The ambulance is on the way. Did you press analyze on the machine?
Yeah.
What's the machine telling you to do?
Keep up his chest.
Okay, so it told you to do CPR, did it?
Yeah.
Okay, it didn't shock anything, did it not?
No.
To do your CPR there, the machine will tell you when to stop.
Will the ambulance be on more?
It's on the way right now. Keep doing the CPR and do whatever the machine tells you, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
The paramedics are on the way.
It's 9 p.m. and a unit of Dublin Fire and Rescue has just arrived at a hostel where a man has collapsed, most likely the victim of a heart attack. Coordinated by Station Officer Peter Navin, the paramedics have now taken over from staff at the hostel who were administering CPR. So far, the man remains unconscious and unresponsive.
Dad, will you take over compressions?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not breathing.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Peter Navin? Delta 2-2. Can we have EMTs, please, and an ambulance ASAP, CPR in progress? Nothing at all, no?
As life support continues, an advanced paramedic arrives and is immediately briefed on the man's condition.
Bystander said he was completely cyanotic and oral. I did CPR for about 7 minutes, 2 no shock.
We give a look at the pupils?
Yeah, perfect. Dilate when we got here.
That's 2 minutes, lads. No one's sailing back. Hands off there, sir.
CPR is administered in 2-minute cycles. When each cycle ends, the team breaks contact to let the cardiac monitor assess the condition of the man's heart.
Sis, did I back into it?
With no cardiac response detected, epinephrine is injected directly into the man's shin bone. This will help drive adrenaline to the heart and re-establish a cardiac rhythm. A saline drip will accelerate the process.
Okay, just confirm check. Lock some tires down. 3 times hooked in. Okay.
Is it time for a written check?
1 more minute. I need to get a BM in soon as I can.
BM at 13.8.
Third FP's in.
Third FP's in.
12.19.
Okay.
While the crew wait for the drugs to take effect, CPR continues.
Dublin Fire and Ambulance.
My kitchen's on fire.
What exactly is on fire there?
My chip pot, I'm not leaving it off.
Are you out of the building there at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay, is there anyone trapped in the building at the moment?
No, nobody. I'm the only one in the house.
Okay, the fire crew have been mobilised. They should be with you there shortly, okay, madam? Don't let anyone back into the house, do you understand that?
Okay.
The fire crew will be with you there shortly, madam, okay?
Okay.
District Officer Greg Burnell is headed east on the M50.
We're just on our way to Btrigade, where we've got a report of a chip pan on fire in the kitchen of a premises, and we're trying to get there as quickly as we can to stop the fire from spreading to the rest of the premises. There's 3 fire appliances going: Btrigade, Skerries and Swords.
In Btrigade, with a chip pan fire quickly extinguished, an advanced paramedic checks the occupant of the house for possible smoke inhalation.
And you didn't try to put it out, you went to got the neighbour. Okay. And anything else? Did you go back into the house after?
I went into my room to look for the key for the back door.
Alright.
I thought it was on my bed, but it must
Was this
be
while it was on fire or when it was out?
When it was on fire.
When it was out on fire. Okay. Alright. Okay.
The apartment here is on the left-hand side here, and the chip pan had gone on fire. It had set fire to some part of the furniture in the kitchen and it filled up with smoke. This lady was lucky enough that she got out. She got a bit of smoke inhalation, and our advanced paramedic is checking her over at the moment.
So you weren't in there for that long? No. And your nose and your mouth and all is clear. So I'm quite happy that you didn't take that much smoke in.
Okay, as you can see here, the cooker was there, and the pan is on the floor here, and the flames are shut up. You can see where the lads are pulling down the thing now. It's burned up there, spread across the ceiling. The light has completely melted, so there was an awful lot of heat here. The smoke level would have been right down. If you look down here, the smoke level would have been right down. So this was a very, very dangerous place to be. And Carol did very well to get out. Do the right thing, get out, close the door and call the fire brigade. Did exactly the right thing. As you can see in this situation, there was extensive damage around the kitchen area here. But this fire was contained in the kitchen because this door was closed. Had this door been opened, this apartment, the whole apartment, could have taken off. So we're lucky it was confined here. It's so important to close your doors at night time to stop the fire spread.
CPR is the basis of all resuscitation. Without it, even the most powerful drugs are ineffective. The hospital staff who administered CPR before the paramedics arrived have already increased the man's chances of survival.
Okay, just stop CPR there, just for a check. Have a rhythm on screen.
Okay, is there a pulse with that class?
Pulse there.
Finally, after 10 minutes of resuscitation, electrical activity is detected in the man's heart, but it's not enough to generate a pulse.
Right folks, the ambulance has now moved a lot closer. We've only one flight of stairs and just around the corner to go. Laura, can you want the CPR to start on this from this side and you can start working this in underneath them?
Guys, is that V-fib just for the moment or is that the CPR? Yeah, that looks like V-fib.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, stand clear. Okay.
The paramedics will now use the defibrillator in an attempt to restart the man's heart.
I'm clear, you all clear, we're all clear.
Oxygen's in a closed circuit. Yeah. Okay, back in the chest, CPR.
Even now, there can be no let-up in the CPR relay. It's an intense physical effort, even for experienced paramedics like Lorcan Potts.
Yeah, at the moment they're working on him. He has every chance of making it at the moment. He's fairly lucky that we had a paramedic car on the road tonight. So he has a paramedic, an ambulance and a fire engine looking after him. It's an unknown what's happened to him this evening.
Straight for move, just staying on the airway. Straight down, we'll be in on the stretcher within 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think let's get down to the three.
Okay, you need to keep ready to move all the way there, okay? Yeah, everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, lift. Okay, turn.
Gary.
Yeah.
When we got on scene, there was a approximately 30-year-old male, unconscious. Obviously, they checked him out, all vital signs were absent. One of the hostel members was doing CPR on him, and they obviously had some equipment and had some training, so we had bystander CPR. Our crew then took over and started CPR. Helpboard ambulance crew and the paramedics arrived soon afterwards. He's gone from having no pulse to actually having a rhythm, a cardiac rhythm output when he's in the back of the ambulance there, but he still has no pulse. He went through a load of adrenaline that reintroduced the rhythm back into his heart, along with, I think they got in 3 shocks on scene. Each stage he's getting that little bit closer to surviving. So there's an advancement. He's got a full range of drug treatments. The hospital's now been informed and they're on standby. So they'll follow him on up and take it from there.